But if anyone is new to the lore and they're new to Resident Evil, this will be perfect for you to read, I promise, because this explains a lot. If you haven't even played the game and you're reading, I mean, this is fine, but if you don't mind spoilers, she works in a cubicle, you know? So she's not at all fit to be out there. In Resident Evil Requiem, Grace leaves behind a report, and that explains a lot of what happens with Raccoon City and the lore. So we are going to be reading her entire report. In the main story, when you go to bonuses, down here, it says Grace's report. And yes, it says 60 pages, but it's not that bad, I promise. Grace's report, the truth behind Raccoon City. Introduction. In 1998, Raccoon City was devastated by a massive outbreak caused by a viral leak from the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella. The United States government responded by launching a missile strike to wipe out the infected and erected a blockade to seal off the city. In 2004, following a court trial, the Umbrella Corporation declared bankruptcy. A complete account of the events was never released. You know, they shady as fuck. Umbrella. We know. But if anyone is new to the lore and they're new to Resident Evil, this will be perfect for you to read, I promise, because this explains a lot. However, in October 2026, it was discovered that the city had been used as a hub for the production and trafficking of bioweapons. This report reveals that the established narrative of the Raccoon City incident was falsified and elucidates newly discovered truths surrounding the incident. So that's whenever, if you did play through this game already, then you saw, you know, it was hard to get to the Ark because, you know, there was like Plant 43. And then, of course, we saw all of the other bioweapons just out and about. So, of course, that's where they do their trafficking and stuff. And because this is underground, it is easier for them to do that. And plus, for Raccoon City to be like blocked off and all that stuff, no one's gonna be there. No one is going to know that they are doing some illegal shit, right? 1968. To properly understand the truth, we must first go back to the beginning of it all. Okay, here we go. In 1968, Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford founded the Umbrella Corporation. Just some three dudes, okay? Having witnessed the horrors of the Second World War and the dread of the Cold War, Spencer felt a sense of despair at watching the world repeat the same mistakes. He felt it was his duty to bring out a change to humanity. So that makes sense why he made bioweapons, because of course, just to win wars and shit after witnessing two terrible wars. And I'm sure, you know, seeing so many people that he knows like die in front of him, and just, it's just very hard. I feel like that's very traumatic to go into war and come back and act like normal again, you know? So it makes sense why he started making bioweapons, you know? As stated in court records, following the Raccoon City incident, his ultimate goal was to bring about the viral evolution of the human race. Thus, he relentlessly pursued virus research through illegal and inhumane means. This fact remains unchanged. Yeah, we know that shit for sure. So I don't know, somehow between all that, he just turned evil, okay? 1970s. From the very beginning of Umbrella, the company faced rapid change and intense internal strife. Most notably, the sharp ideological divide between Spencer and Marcus. According to court records, this conflict was cited as a primary factor leading to the unusual developments which followed. In 1978, James Marcus developed the T virus, which would go on to become the cause of the subsequent outbreak. So it wasn't Spencer that made the T virus, it was Marcus. See, I'm still learning about this. I'm still learning about Resident Evil, the lore. Like, I haven't played all of the games, but I'm like maybe, I know, a good chunk. I played a good chunk, okay? So I'm getting the good chunk of the story, but then also there's other little details that like led up to it. And see, we learned it today, okay? We learned it. 1980s! Holy shit. This is a crucial period for understanding the basis of what caused the incident and the truth behind the entire case. Ooh. My god, so cool. Spencer's influence and Ark's establishment. Spencer used internal politics to have Marcus demoted. Oh shit. Absorbing T-virus research into a facility under his own control. From then on, Umbrella began to actively research and develop bioweapons under Spencer's leadership. Okay, so Marcus made it, but then Spencer's like, I made it, bitch. I'm gonna keep making it and introducing it. Yeah. What the fuck? Of course. The underground facility known as Ark, which was discovered during recent events, originally served as the administrative center of Umbrella's research. Several documents outlining Spencer's plan for Ark have also been discovered. Confiscated records? Oh! Long-term Strategic Review 1980. Ark-centric Integrated Research Roadmap. Step 1. Concentrated investment into Wesker's plan and the T-virus Wesky! Step 2. Establishment of Ark as a central command center. Oh, yeah. Step 3. Development of Elpis. Oh. Step 4. Memory transfer and forced evolution. Goddamn. Not that. Okay. Forced evolution. Okay. Alright. That's cool. Wesky. Oh, man. I miss Wesky. Even though he's a villain. This is the first recorded instance of a significant keyword. Elpis. And if you don't know, wait, I don't know. What are you gonna learn? If you haven't even played the game and you're reading, I mean, this is fine. But if you don't mind spoilers, then yeah, because this is going to explain it. Eventually will. The connections, involvement. See, and yeah, okay, so that fake Wesky was talking about the connections, and I didn't know about that. I'm sure did they mention it in a different Resident Evil game? I would assume so, right? I just don't know that part of it. The following documents regarding Marcus's involvement were also discovered. Wait, so did Marcus start the connections? Receipt of donation, 1986. What? James Marcus? Sender F Foundation, amount 30 million? So he sent it to the F Foundation. Oh, is that something else? This document shows a suspicious flow of funds being channeled. Oh, channeled to Marcus. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's from the F Foundation. Okay. Okay. Past FBI investigations revealed that the source of the funds, yeah, the F Foundation, was just one of the puppet organizations of the connections. Oh, the F Foundation no longer exists. Oh, interesting. So the connections, they were just using that foundation as like a cover-up. What the fuck? This is crazy. Oh my god. Look, it's Mia! And then, what's that little girl? This is from 7. If you haven't played Resident Evil 7, please do. It is amazing. So fucking scary. Okay, the Connections is a criminal organization that various government agencies have been sounding the alarm against for years. See, that's why. This illicit group is at the heart of all this. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. Why they were using the other, like, foundation as a cover-up. Okay. Evidence suggests that the Connections sought involvement with Umbrella's central operations. Additional documents belonging to the protege of Marcus, Brandon Bailey, have been uncovered. His protege. See, this is crazy because it's like, even though these guys are getting older and like Spencer's dead, but his shit is still being passed on. Like they're continuing his work. So same with Marcus. He's passing it along to someone else. So it's like no matter what happens, it's still gonna be a thing. Like just a new generation. Which is obviously why we have Grace. Yeah, and then since Leon is getting older, and then just like, you know, the people that have been around since the beginning, like the main characters, like they're getting older, so now they have to pass their stuff on to someone younger, like Grace, for example. So same with this, with Umbrella, the connections. I'm just mind blown. Okay, this is so good. All right, let's go. Okay, Telegraph Log 1988. Sender. Brandon Bailey, receipt. Oh, a foundation? Preparations are complete. I think it's time they made contact with me directly, don't you? I await a response. Okay, so he is connected to Marcus. This Brandon guy. Bailey. This indicates that Bailey took over correspondence with the connections succeeding Marcus. Bailey was rumored to be the founder of the connections. Oh! But he may have only been a small cog in a larger machine. We now believe the Connections has had deep roots in the criminal underworld since before the 1980s. Much about the Connections remain unknown. I'm not surprised. What the heck? Damn. I mean, yeah, since before the 1980s, because when Spencer, Marcus, and the other guy, I forgot the other guy's name, but they became Umbrella. Spencer's Purge. In order for Spencer to obtain complete control over Umbrella, he used force to deal with any internal opposition and influential adversaries. A list of these individuals, seemingly prepared by an associate of Spencer's, was recently discovered. Ooh. Reevaluation list. Following the CEO's reevaluation protocol, measures will be taken against these individuals. Cheryl Moore. Michael Kramer, we know him. James Marcus. Marcus, who's Cheryl? From Silent Hill? 1990s. During this period, Umbrella continued to grow and expand through ties with the government. The organization became so large that Spencer could no longer fully control it. Numerous accidents plagued Umbrella facilities around the world as a result of poor management. I'm not surprised. Furthermore, information was being leaked to rival organizations and the Connections due to moles who had infiltrated the company. Damn. Of course, because it grew too much. It was just, oh my god. Shitty people finding other shitty people. What the heck? Just growing the evil shit. Yet despite the circumstances, Spencer was able to thoroughly protect and complete his research at ARC. The research, Elpis. While most records regarding Elpis were lost with the destruction of ARC, a precious few remain. Spencer's message, 1990 something. Tricell, HCF, the family, and Umbrella. Elpis shall bring it all to an end. The family. I assume with the family they're talking about from 7. Because the whole family got fucked up, okay? The whole big old family. The only information leaked about Elpis was that it had the potential to upset the military balance of the entire world. However, a strictly managed password known only to Spencer was needed to access it. Yeah, we know this part. It is hope. Alright, here we go. What is Elpis? Elpis is a powerful antiviral drug. However, this is unknown to those who sought it. The Connections and other black market groups mistakenly thought it to be a powerful bioweapon with the potential to control human minds. It saved Leone, baby boy. It saved him, and it saved Emily, and who else? I don't know. Oh yeah, Sherry, and whoever else needed it. This confusion likely stemmed from the fierce competition surrounding bioweapon development. It was common knowledge that Spencer, the developer of Elpis, aimed for the evolution and control of humanity through viral technology. Completion of Elpis. Oh, Emily. Based on data, I mean, maybe it's Emily. No, it's not, because that says 1990. Aww. Based on data taken from the confiscated records and changes in Spencer's behavior, we believe Elpis was completed around the mid-1990s. Oh, this could also be, hold on, the girl that we play. What was her name? Chloe? Oh, yeah, I think it is. After this period, the record shows a marked decrease in the number of public statements from Spencer. A similar decrease in activity was also observed at the Raccoon City orphanage. Weird. Disturbingly, it is suspected that the children at the orphanage had long been used for umbrella experimentation. Yep, so fucked up. Those poor kids. Yep, all these freaking little blonde girls. While Spencer frequently visited the orphanage, records indicate he stopped in the 1990s. Furthermore, the orphanage was under the research jurisdiction of William Birkin in the late 90s. Birkin turned against Spencer, ultimately leading to the leak of the T-virus. Oh my god, freaking Birkin. Y'all know Birkin, he's from 2. A freaking big eyeball man. It's the eyeball man. And we actually have a skin of it on DVD too. It's for Blight. It's so cool. 1998, the Raccoon City incident. Oh my god. Yep, here we go. Holy shit. RPD. Wow. That was so long ago. The T-virus leaked from the Umbrella Research Facility in Raccoon City, causing an unprecedented outbreak. In response, the government decided to launch a missile strike on the city, under the pretense of containing the spread. However, this is where we have been misled. The missile strike was not launched to prevent the spread of infection. I love the art that they use for this. It's so good. A plan was formed to disrupt the relationship between the government and Umbrella and shift the blame for all illegal activities onto Spencer. That's fucked up. Found records indicate that the connections lobbied for the missile strike. Yep. We found that out. But the government didn't do that. Access log first assembly minutes. Arc has been secured. Commence the missile strike. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and will seize their assets. Damn! Oh my god. Their goal was the acquisition of Umbrella assets, particularly the thing they believed would disrupt the world's military balance, Elpis. Due to Bailey's involvement, the connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to the Raccoon City incident. This set them up to swiftly secure Ark before instructing the government to carry out the missile strike. After the Raccoon City incident. The Umbrella trials. Ooh. As is well known, trials were held after the events of the Raccoon City incident. Testimony from Raccoon City survivors, along with evidence submitted by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, demonstrated the scope of Umbrella's nefarious activities. Ooh. Evidence against Spencer was presented at the trials by his subordinate, Albert Wesker. It is now evident that Wesker was linked to Tricell, which in turn had strong ties to the connections. Therefore, it is highly likely there was pressure from the government and the connections during the trials. Oh my god, that's crazy. So Wesky is directly under Spencer. That makes sense now. In 2004, following the outcome of the trials, Umbrella was forced into bankruptcy. Just as the connections and the government intended, Oswald E. Spencer was held accountable as CEO and he disappeared from the public eye. Damn. 2004. I'm sure that's in a game somewhere, or one of the games. Man, this really makes me want to play like every single one. Because now that I'm getting like, you know, getting the hang of the story, like I'm learning more. It makes sense. I know people's names, or most of them. So now it doesn't feel as overwhelming. So I could easily pick up some of the other little games on the side. Ooh. Ooh, acquisition of Ark. The connections and the government seized Ark during the Raccoon City incident. Thereafter, Ark served as a base for the research, development, and distribution of bioweapons. So the connections and the government, it took over Ark. Damn, so Spencer just, yeah, he just got fucked right there. Because originally this was away from everyone, the Ark. That was his baby. But now, they took that from him too. What the heck? Documents believed to be transaction lists have also been seized. These list umbrellas competitors, along with organizations that were previously found guilty of illegal activity. Damn. Unfortunately, most evidence was lost with the collapse of Ark. Recovery efforts continue, but success is unlikely. They're like, okay, we're going to keep tabs on everyone that's doing the same shit that we are. We're going to take them out. Probably. This is like so interesting. When I first finished the game and I saw that this was a thing, I was like, I'm not going to read that now. It's 60 pages. That's a lot. But now that I played this a few times already, I'm like, wait, I really want to read this with y'all, and it's so good. So good. Hope you're enjoying it. Proliferation of bioterrorism. Is that how you say it? Proliferation. Yep. Following the Raccoon City incident, weaponized viruses developed by Umbrella were leaked. Ooh. Subsequently, instances of bioterrorism utilizing this technology spread around the globe. My God. Yep, we know that. In 2013, President Adam Benford was assassinated in a bioterrorist attack. Intelligence agencies report that the president wished to reveal the full truth of the Raccoon City incident. It is possible that President Benford was privy to the facts revealed in this report. Dang. Holy shit. Spencer's final years. Remaining records about Spencer after the dissolution of Umbrella are scarce, but a new source of information has recently come to light. An interview conducted by Alyssa Ashcroft. Despite being responsible for countless atrocities, Spencer showed some signs of remorse in this interview. Yeah, we saw this in the game. And Alyssa is from Resident Evil Outbreak, which I have not played. I'm very, very interested now. I'm like, I really want to try it. Having lost everything, he sought atonement. Yep. We just read. He got everything oh my God. They really stole it from him. Wow. While Opus is a powerful instrument that can render viral weapons inert, it also has the potential as a panacea to be used for good. It's possible that Spencer's true motivations behind Elpis were peace and redemption. That makes sense. Because obviously he's poured how many years, of his life into this, and he saw what it did and it was not good. And he's like, fuck. Like, I know that so many people are following in my footsteps and creating even more of these things. He's like, shit, I need to make something that will heal everything, heal everyone. In case it gets out of control, like I will feel terrible if I left this earth not sharing the antiviral with anyone, which is good for him. So we have that, and Leon got saved. Oh my God. I was really hoping that that's what it was.
It's a cure.
when I first played, because I'm like, they cannot kill Leon. Like, he is such an important character. Like, of course we know big characters, they do die, but no, not Leon. While he remained obsessed with the evolution of humanity throughout his later years, most testimonies describe him as nothing but a senile old man. Spencer died in 2006 at his secluded estate. His true intentions behind developing Elpis will forever remain unknown. His true intentions. I mean, yeah. We will never know what led him to that. What made him want to come up with it in the first place. We will never know that. But obviously, this is something that he wants to make up for. Conclusion! Oh my god, we're almost done! As we can see from the records, the Umbrella Corporation's liquidation was intentionally orchestrated by the Connections and the US government. Furthermore, they were involved in the illegal development and trafficking of bioweapons in Raccoon City, of course. Psh, oh, yeah. The extent to which past and present governments were involved requires further investigation. I'm like, no fucking surprise, a fucking government. Goddamn. Much about the Connections remains shrouded in mystery, and most records of their involvement were destroyed alongside ARC, of course. So we're going to have to deal with the Connections in the future. I'm pretty positive. Countless lives have been lost. As government officials, we have a duty to pursue the truth. If anything, finding it will finally offer some closure to everyone who fell victim to these heinous actions. FBI intelligence analyst Grace Ashcroft. Yay! Good job, girl. That was a long report. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad. We've learned a lot more about Spencer, Elpis, a little bit about Raccoon City, the Connections. Psh, what? What the heck? Was there something new that you learned that like made everything just click? But Grace did such a good job on this report, and in case like anyone is confused, because even I was confused when I first started playing RE9, Grace is not meant to be out there in the field. Like, yes, she's FBI, but she's not like out there doing the dangerous shit. She's an analyst, so that's what she does. She does reports. She works in a cubicle, you know? So she's not at all fit to be out there. But I'm sure she did have like some type of training. I feel like they all have to have at least a little bit of training just in case. But yeah, that's why like she's super scared when she's out there. And yeah, it just makes sense now. It makes sense because I was like, why would they just... Oh, and also this thing too, hold up. Her freaking boss that sent her out there in the first place, he is definitely working with Victor Crumb. I call him Victor Crumb. But I feel like they are working on it together. So that's why he sent her out there alone. Because there was no way that they were going to, like Victor, there was no way he was going to get close to her because all she did was work. She worked late and then went home, and that's it. Rinse and repeat, like same thing every day. She never like went out, did anything different. Yeah, it makes sense now because someone actually said that it was on a screen somewhere. I think it was probably towards the end of the game. You could see it's like written on a screen or on the board. I don't know, something, and it said that like the boss was to get Grace, just like a solo task or whatever she had to do for work, you know? But yeah, that's why, that makes sense. That's why no one fucking checked up on her either, the poor girl. Like, man, what the hell? It's fucked up. If I knew Grace, if she knew, she could get him fired, right? Get that man out of here. I don't trust his ass. Well, I did it for money or something, right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Resident Evil 10. Oh, another. There's going to be a DLC, but I'm not exactly sure what it will be about. But I'm excited. I'm so excited. We're definitely going to play the DLC. It's going to be so good. But that's going to be it. That's the end of Grace's report. She did wonderful. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe, you know, all of that fun YouTube stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.